Hello my beautiful friends and welcome to Tailor Made Beauty by Kris. I've had several requests for a full face get ready with me, so that's what we're going to do today, and maybe I'll just kind of catch up on what's going on in my life. I have done my best to collect everything I need from my master bathroom, which is 2 levels up, and I try to be really thorough because usually I forget something. I have done all of my skincare, including my sunscreen. And for primer today, I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I have alternatively used this as part of my skincare, as I really like it. It has a grapefruit scent, so if you're sensitive to fragrance, you probably want to avoid this, but I think especially in the morning, it's just such a lovely scent. Helps wake me up. And yep, I already discovered something I forgot, which was my squalene oil for under my eyes. So I'm going to give myself a little bit extra moisture under there to help my concealer not crease. So we're kind of at the, the shoulder season here, early spring for us in the Pacific Northwest. And what that means is, while we just had like 2 weeks of really gorgeous, unseasonably warm, record-breaking weather for us in the 80s and 70s, today we're back down in the low 60s, and for the next 10 days we're supposed to be upper 50s, low 60s, rain, typical weather for this time of year. And that means that the furnace will still be running and my skin will still be a bit dry. If you saw my Beautylish haul, you know I got the 2 by Terry concealers and wasn't sure what to do because one was a little dark. Well, the dark one, when I'm tanning, is a really great color. And one pump really gets you more product than I would like, a lot of product. So what I'm doing is 3 dots of that under my eye. And now, since it's been a while since I've self-tanned, I'm going with a lighter color. This is the 200, that was the 400. Again, I mean, look at that. One pump, really. We don't need that much. I'm just taking a little bit of my pinky and dotting it under there. I'm gonna set that down. And I have a damp beauty blender and I'm just gonna work that under my eye. And I think that is a really good solution. I have really been liking this concealer. All right, a full fresh battery, back to it. There went the cap to my concealer. I'm noticing that I would like a little bit more coverage under my eye. So I'm going back in with that darker shade. And you can see I'm using what was left in it, which actually was quite a bit of product. And pouncing that in. And while I don't know if it's showing up on camera, it's looking quite yellow under there right now, really noticeable. But when I get my foundation on, that will be taken care of. Now this light stuff, I don't know why, but lately I have so many breakouts. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what I changed in my skincare routine or what's going on, but I would like to cover up some of that red from those lovely blemishes. There we go. All right. So moving on to foundation, if you caught my short, you know I had a big haul at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and I picked up the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. The shade that was the best for me of what they had, and admittedly it was very limited. They had like 4 shades, 3 shades. This is the 2.4 N/O, neutral/olive. If I were buying it for myself, I don't think I would have gone with the neutral olive. I probably would have gone neutral pink or neutral yellow, but let's see here. It does have this switch on the back. So when it's locked or open, which is kind of nice for travel, and you're supposed to hold it at 45 degrees and give it a pump. And I'm gonna give it a couple. And this is not bad. It really is not a bad color on me. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. And like I mentioned, I think I got this for $12.99, which I kind of figured at that price, if it wasn't the best, it wasn't a big loss. So I was pretty happy with it. And I wore it for the first time yesterday. This is my second day. And I thought it looked nice. So maybe I will do a full up foundation review, put it through its paces with different primers and no primers and application methods and all that kind of good stuff. Let me know if you'd like to see that. So you can see now that what I felt like was my under eye concealer really standing out before, now that I'm getting some foundation on, really is blending in quite nicely. I'm gonna lean in and check here. Yeah, all right, happy with that. The next thing I want to do is prime my eyelids. And you know, I have been loving the MAC Paint Pot, and for some reason I've just gone off of it in the last week or two. This is something from ancient history. This is the Tarte Clean Slate 360 Creaseless Eye Primer, and I really am I'm down to the nitty-gritty end. It's a white primer, but yeah, I just needed to try something a little bit different to see if I just got used to how wonderful the MAC Paint Pot is, or if I was really having issues with it, and I have not come to a conclusion yet. So this is part of that, just using this Tarte product today. And I do really like priming my eyelids. One, it helps camouflage the little discoloration there, gives me a more uniform look. And of course, the more uniform our face looks, the younger in appearance we are. So every little bit helps. And I am gonna go ahead and do setting powder, because I know the what? Eyeshadow, that's it. Eyeshadow that I brought down is doesn't fall out. So I am using the Pretty Vulgar, the Powder Room in shade 147 Nat About It. I am just going through my my makeup drawer and using up products that I've got. This was something from a subscription box, you know, over a year ago, but I just opened it up. I've been liking it. It's doing a nice job. As you can see, I start in the center and then work my way out. And I do like at the end brushing over my eyelids. I feel like that also helps eyeshadow to go on nicely and stay. And then just a little down my neck. There we go. Let's move into eyes next. And today I went for the Sephora Pocket Palette. You may have seen this in the haul video where I swatched it. I really have been liking this. This is on the back of the packaging, it does say cold brown, but I noticed in the store that it says cool brown, so I don't know who got upset about that, but it's a small difference. And I am taking the mini booster brush from Sonia G. This is the one that I got in my Beautylish haul, and picking up this shade here. It is a really lovely crease shade. Yep, there we go. And just, I want most of it out here, and then I work it in to the crease. And like I said, I have, you know, I did the video on the warm brown version of this, and if you didn't catch that, I will link it at the end of this video for your watching pleasure. And that was really nice. And then I picked up the little bit larger, the I Love, that's EYE, Love, palette in Peony, which is really lovely for spring. All right, there we go. Does this happen to you? My initial side is just a wee bit darker than the second side. And now it's this horrible back and forth where I try to darken this side up and I usually overshoot and end up going back and forth and back and forth. Although it looks like today I hit the sweet spot. We'll call it good. That is what my crease looks like when I get it done. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just somebody who's been doing this for a couple of years, and hopefully that's what you appreciate about me. And I'm going to go for this, the darkest of the shimmers here, and put that there in the movable part of my lid. I like my finger for this because the wee bit of oils that are on my finger naturally, I feel like help pick up the shimmers and put it down nicely. There's that. And I'm going to darken up the outer corner, but because this dark shade is so dark, I want a light hand. And what is this? This is a Wayne Goss 20. So you see, this is a small, really fluffy brush. And I am just going to do the lightest swipe and tap off, because I can always add more. And you see, I just put it at that outside corner and I'm working it in and working it down. And yep, I just want a whisper more, so literally tapping it on there, tapping it off, and pulling it down a little bit more. Okay, not bad, a little heavier handed than I wanted to be. I kind of thought that would be the case. So here is a Sonia G Blender Pro big fluffy brush. Let's just blend that out. So maintaining that darker shadow on the outside, receding that, pulling the eyes out, but softening it ever so much. And let's see if we can get it something close here on the second side. So here we are, end of April. My oldest, my daughter, if you are a longtime watcher, you have seen her. She did some unboxings with me. And she's headed off to college in the fall. Basically 4 months, and she's off at college, and I am freaking out. She's freaking out a little bit too. On the one hand, she is totally ready to go. On the other hand, as she said to me last night, I don't want to grow up. Can't I just go back to being 5? And don't we all have days like that? So it's going to be, that's going to be a huge, huge change. I hope she's ready for it. She is. I'm going to go in with this, that lightest shimmer with the little teeny tiny brush. She is what is known as twice gifted. She's a little dyslexic. She's got a little ADD, but she is scary smart. scary, scary, scary smart. So I know the scary smart part of her is so ready for college. And I just hope that that the other part of her is mature enough for college. And I do not have my treasured Morphe flat brushes that I like using under my eye. So what do I have here? A Wayne Goss 5, just a teeny tiny brush. And so on the tip is I'm going to pick up that dark brown and tie into it what I did up above and bring it just the outer third under my lashes. I really, really, really want that to be tied in together. And you saw I just went a little bit above my upper lashes as well. So again, that's the outer third, upper quarter, and then tying it all in to that 7 or reverse 7 that I did up above. So that's what that is looking like. And okay, I'm just gonna wipe it off on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna pick up what am I gonna pick up? This medium shimmer shade, because that's one I haven't used, and I'm gonna go over that on the lower lash line, but now I'm bringing it about 2/3 of the way across, just for a little color. Lighten that darker stuff up a bit. Yeah, that's coming together nicely. Let's go back to that blender brush and just blend everything together. All right, oh, hold on. I'm losing my headband. Headband back in place. Let's do brows next. For $2, this e.l.f. brow pencil, Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I have it in shade neutral brown. We were traveling last week, 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, I don't know. We went down to Palm Springs so Mama could get some sunshine, and I forgot brow products, so I ran into the Target. $2. This is so good. So I know a lot of people spend a lot of time on their brows. I am either not that picky or not that conscientious, but whatever it is, I don't. I try to do kind of short little strokes to shade in the inner bit, and then try to do 1 swipe or 2 swipes on the outer, and then clean it up with the spoolie. What that does is blurs any of the pencil marks that are still in there, grooms my brows, and also from e.l.f., probably also $2 or $3, this clear brow and lash gel. And you can see my brow side is almost empty. And that's just like hairspray for your eyebrows. I really like it. I think it does a really good job, and it's super cheap. Okay, let's do eyeliner. I tightline, which means I put it on my waterline. It's between my eyeball and my eyelashes. I brought down 2 Marc Jacobs shades. One of my long times always use it, Irony, which is a matte dark gray. I'm going to use that on my upper. And I kind of do the middle bit and then come down into the inner corner of my eye. And I usually leave the outer third naked. And I also normally do this really close in my magnification mirror. I just right here have a normal mirror. I have a magnification on the side. But like I said, I wear contacts. I'm used to sticking stuff in my eyes. I did pretty good, all right? I'm pretty happy with myself there. This is talking and doing makeup. If you don't have a YouTube channel, there's probably no reason why you would ever do it, but it's a really interesting skill to have. It's been an interesting skill to develop. And this is Stone Fox. It's a lighter gray. It's also got some shimmer to it. So I'm finishing the upper part and doing the lower part. Did I hit my contact? I don't think so. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna do a quick check here. Yeah, no fallout. $10, honestly. So many colors. There's like, I think there's either 6 or 8 of these pocket versions, which are $10, and then the I Love versions. They're this, but then there's one really big pan of like your all over color, and those are $14. So cheap, so good. Get those. Okay, mascara. There's a reason why a lot of us beauty YouTubers don't do mascara, but for you asked for full face, you get full face. This is Maybelline, the Falsies. I really like this mascara. You'll notice I'm not curling my lashes. If you saw my short on this, it gave me such lift. And I'm going to show you, look how it's very springy. It's very gadoing, which is kind of nice. All right, this is really, I don't usually put mascara on camera. Here goes the weird face, right? I think we all make the weird face for our lower lash line. And also, it's really hard to talk and do this, hence radio silence. That's one coat. I'm gonna do the other side. And I hope you can see what I mean. Like, if I just was doing mascara, powder, blush, and lip gloss to run out the door, I think I would leave it with the one coat, because that's actually really nice coverage for one coat. But since I'm doing a full face of makeup today, we're going in with two coats. I tell you, this mascara, the more I use it, the more I really like it. I feel like it rivals the Pat McGrath Eye Fetish for the length that it gives me. And the fullness, I feel like it rivals the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes, which are 2 of my favorite mascaras. I feel like I showed great restraint. I did not pick up the Lancome Lash Idol in the Sephora sale. I really wanted to. In fact, I think I'll tell my family that's what they can get me for Mother's Day. But I have so much mascara. Like, I have the 2 I just mentioned, the Charlotte and the Pat, and then I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills from the Sephora Lash Love thingy. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will link it at the end of this. You absolutely have to watch that video. It's the best deal out there. Anyway, how much do we love mascara? Oh my gosh, like, boom, right? It is the finishing touch. I am loving how green my eyes are looking right now. I tell you, I'm a latecomer to cool tones, and what they do for my eyes, oh, love it. Okay, I'm going to do what? Shoot. I shouldn't have put mascara on yet because I haven't done setting spray. Crap. Well, oh well, that's how it is today. Let's move on to cheeks, even though my lips are getting really dry. So this is the Butter Bronze from Physicians Formula, and this is the shade 6676. And I use this actually for contour. This is a Smashbox brush. See, it's an angled little brush, and I really love it for contour. I don't, pre-COVID, yes, every day I would do contour. COVID, nobody's seeing my cheekbones. It's under a mask. But it's really fun to do for you and do a full face. All right, there's that. And I did not bring down a kabuki brush. Normally I would do this with a kabuki brush, but I'm just doing it with my setting powder brush because that's what I've got. And see, that just, I like that so much. It has just given me a nice shadow, given me some definition. I brought down Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk. This is one of those blushes. I got it because I did. And then I was like, how in the heck do I use it? Because it's kind of like these boob shaped things. So what I do is I go around the outside and I use that to do the outer part of my cheek. Oh, there goes a float plane. Not my husband. He was by earlier today. That's one of the fun parts about living on the lake. Anyway, I use just that darker color for the outer part of my cheek. And now I'm going more and picking up a lot of that lighter color. And it has definitely a highlighter effect. And I use that for the apple of my cheek. And blend it in. And I think that just, the more I use these cheek to chic blushes, the more I really appreciate them and like them a lot. So let's, highlighter. I'm sad that Becca's going away. I really like, I like their highlighters. This always reminds me of a UFO for some reason. And I'm always like, which side opens? And as you can see right now, I can't, there it is. There it is. So, right, this is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. And this is an It brushes for Ulta. Just kind of a alternative. I've used this brush for contour. I've used this brush for blush. And now I like it for just a wide sweep of highlighter and then over the brow, just a little bit. I don't like a blinding highlighter. In fact, I think in the past I've noticed these show up a lot more on camera because I have all my lights. It's just a little brightness to the face. And I got this is the Marc Jacobs, the bronzer, Omega bronzer. This is 102 Tantric. And I splurged and got the huge brush. I got this, I think a year ago. No, 2 years ago. And you can see I've hardly even made a dent in it. It's such a huge pan of product. And also I don't use a ton. But you can see I picked it up and then I mostly did my forehead and then I'm just using what's left to just to warm up my complexion. All right, now, even though I've already done mascara, Urban Decay All Nighter, that's my holy grail setting spray. I have so much of it. I have another one of these big bottles and then I have a small bottle because I picked it up during the Nordstrom sale. And I'm showing restraint. I have heard really good things about the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, but I am not getting it until I've used up all my Urban Decay. Okay, so that was a lot. That's what I do when I don't want anything to move for the rest of the day. And while that is finishing drying down, I'm going to do my lips. This is the Charlotte, I see Charlotte was well represented today. Charlotte Tilbury. This is the nude, the iconic nude lip liner. And it was not intentional to pick out so much Charlotte today. I just was wanting to go for kind of a neutral, cool neutral look. Clearly I put on a dark camo t-shirt today. But I did go drugstore, another, you know, I've had some e.l.f. products here. It's not all been stupid high-end. This is the Maybelline. This was like one of the first videos I did, which is this, what was the lipstick line? Mauve for Me. And it was this shade, it was this lipstick line where they tested it on like 60 different shades of skin, and it was supposed to be great for everybody. And even though this says Mauve for Me on my coloring, my lip coloring, my skin tone, I think it's a really pretty darker nude. Oh my gosh, I really like my lip today. I'm so glad that I picked out just dumb luck getting a look I was really happy with for you. Last but not least, finishing powder. It Bye Bye Pores. That's my holy grail. It never lasts long enough, but that's life. So I pick it up during sales, which is what I did. And you see, I cheated a little bit over my eyeshadow just to give that a little extra staying powder. And voila, there you go. Thank you so much. If you have made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It was really lovely to spend time with you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Do the YouTubey things. Thank you. I'm getting so close to 500. Love it. All right. See you next time.